Thank you. So unfortunately, I was not the one who advised Mr. Cho on his retirement planning, but I wish I had. But on a serious note, I was having lunch with my friend Eugene Kwan a couple of weeks ago. And I said, Eugene, tell me a little bit, what do you think I should talk about? What will people like to hear? He said, well, Tom, your hair is not as good as Judy Chang. You can't sing. Hopefully you won't speak as long as Mr. Cho. And recognize that you're standing in the way between the exit sign, the karaoke bar, and people wanting to go home. So don't take more than 45 minutes. So I promise not to. But on a serious note, I'm really pleased and honored to be here tonight to celebrate KCC's 18 years of service to our communities. I believe that this is the 5th KCC Gala that my bride, Linda, and I have attended together. I'm very proud of our personal relationship with the KCC and many of its members and supporters, and I'm especially proud tonight as chairman of the board of Englewood Hospital and Medical Center of a long and successful joint relationship with the KCC. Dr. Ma, the board members, and everyone involved with KCC has really set an amazing example for us at Englewood Hospital in terms of giving back to the community. And in particular, they showed us how to do that in really a much more difficult circumstances than my family and most of us in Englewood and Tenafly have had in terms of a first-generation community dealing with language and cultural issues that certainly my family and I have not had to experience. So thank you very much for everything that you've done. As I thought about tonight's gala, don't worry, I only have another 45 minutes, so I'll be brief. And what I would want to say, and after digesting the wisdom of my friend Eugene Kwan, I realized that the mission of the KCC and that of Englewood Hospital are totally aligned. The theme of tonight's gala, preparing for the golden years, and KCC's focus on the financial, physical, and emotional challenges that may arise for any of us in the future is totally consistent with that of a modern medical center. Both the KCC and Englewood are here for the populations that we serve. KCC's original mission was on improving the lives of Korean American seniors. Similarly, at Englewood Hospital, historically going back 128 years, the main purpose of a hospital was treating the ill, bringing children into the world, and fixing the people who are broken. But today, both of the organizations do much, much more than that. We both really are here, I would say, preparing people for the golden years, being a tremendous community resource, and working together to make the world a little bit better for all the people that we serve. So looking at the KCC, where you started treating the first generation Korean senior population, now you run a great summer camp, Young People's Network, and are doing incredibly impressive and continuing things from the youth throughout the golden years, and certainly making lives better for all those that you serve. I recently read that a person's access to health care and the actual quality of care that they receive are only responsible for 20% of the health of a population and a community. So that was an interesting statistic for me, because we have a lot of great medical centers in the area, and we all work hard to really treat compassionately all the populations we serve. But at the end of the day, we're limited as a medical center what we can do. We do it well, we do it tirelessly and with compassion, but at the end of the day, there's another 80%, another element of 80% of factors which ultimately are responsible for the health of the community. And that 80% is really what the KCC is all about, treating people at the places of worship, where they play, at home in the family, and that's really what's making the community a much better place for all of us. So I'd like to give a round of applause to those at the KCC for all the great things that you do. So while I have the privilege this evening of speaking to you on behalf of Englewood Hospital, I'd like to ask a couple of people to stand for a moment to be recognized. We have at least 2 tables over there of really great group of partners, friends, and colleagues from the hospital. We have several board members, members of an amazing management team, people from a Korean initiative, which are amazing, and actually one of my law partners, who gets to see here tonight. What is it that Tom actually does all day? I know he's not in the office. Maybe he's playing golf. I don't know where the heck he is, but I saw his timesheets, and he's doing something. So what we're doing, we're all trying, like the KCC, trying to give back to the community, make the world a little bit better. So I'd ask all my friends and colleagues from Englewood just to take a moment to be recognized, if you would. Mark, that would include you, if you would stand up. Finally, standing here tonight, I have the privilege and the honor to really thank the people who are most important to me. And looking around, you're wondering who that is. And I know a lot of you see I.J. Choi over there. You think, well, Tom, that's your golf partner. Who could be more important than Mr. Choi? You've made some money with him. You've lost a lot of money with him. But what I'd like to do is recognize my wife, Linda, my daughter, Meredith, her husband, Matt, who's working in the emergency department tonight. I'm sorry, in the operating room, so cannot be here. Our son, Matthew, his friend, Danica. These are the people who really inspire me. They do amazing things every day to make the world a better place for me and for everyone around them. So quoting my fellow honorary this evening, Mr. Cho, I'd like to say, I'm a lucky man. And finally, I'd like to say, Gamsahamnida, which hopefully means thank you very much. If it doesn't mean that, I accept no responsibility, because our friends at the table, number 18, I think it is, they told me that's what it means. So thank you very much on behalf of myself, on behalf of everyone from Englewood Hospital. We're really humbled and honored and appreciate everything our friends at the KCC do. Thank you.